Hello and welcome. My name's Peter Smith. I am a full-time serving soldier in the British Army, and I've created this channel to document my journey to replace my income using property as my vehicle of choice. So if that sounds interesting to you, then be sure to hit the subscribe button so you don't miss on future videos. So today I'm going to be taking you on a journey down to South Wales. We'll be heading down from Winchester, which is where I'm based, and I'm heading down to meet with one of our investors who funded one of our recent buy, refurbish, refinance projects. So we're going to meet him on site. I'm going to show him around as he hasn't actually seen it in person yet. And I'm also going to interview him and just ask him a few questions, see how he found the experience working with us, and yeah, just give you an insight into how sort of working with a private investor works in the real world. We're also going to stop off in a couple of my other projects that I have recently completed on, and they are in the early stages of the renovation. So I'll be going there, showing you around the schedule of works, what we're looking to do, talk you through the numbers, and just document what we are doing. So next up then, we'll meet you down in South Wales, and we'll be meeting Brad on site, so I'll see you there. Right guys, so I've just arrived at our latest buy, refurbish, refinance project. Just waiting for Brad to arrive, and then I'm gonna have a chat with him, show him around, as it'll be the first time he's seen this property. And yeah, hopefully you'll be able to gain something and see how we work with private investors. While we're waiting, I'll just show you around the property. As you can see guys, this property has been renovated to a really high standard, and I'm excited to showcase it to Brad and get his opinion of how his experience has been with working with us. Alright guys, so I'm here with Brad. He's one of our investors who invested in this project. I'm just going to ask him a few questions about how he found the experience and give you a little insight into how we work with investors. So firstly, Brad, how was it you actually came across us?
It was through the Instagram page. I seen what you were posting on there and I wanted to get involved. So I sent you a message on WhatsApp.
So for any of you that don't know, we've got a WhatsApp community where we share opportunities and deals, and that's where I messaged Brad. So if anyone wants to join that, I'll leave a link in the description below. What gave you the confidence then to sort of invest with us?
It's the way that you just put it across, so how it would work, obviously the contract, meeting up with you personally, so everything just ticked the boxes for what I wanted.
And how have you found the experience?
Brilliant, from start to finish really. Communication was perfect. He updated me along the progress throughout, from buying stage to the deal packaging to the renovation.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was brilliant.
What about any of the hiccups that we did inevitably have along the way?
Yeah, there's a few little hiccups, but they were resolved, and he kept me updated on those as well. Led to it being gone over a couple of weeks, but again, you updated me with that. So
yeah, so there was a few delays with conveyancing, a few extra costs with the renovations and everything, but we just updated Brad along the way. And also then with our agreed repayment date, we were just waiting for a refinance, and that just went over by like a couple of weeks. But
yeah, it just ticked over, didn't it?
Yeah, so however, we informed Brad, we came to an agreement, and yeah, got it over the line. So for anyone who's thinking about perhaps investing in a project like this, what would you say to them?
Well, just get in touch really. You'll probably have something there for them, and you know your money's going to good use. I mean, you can look at this project and see that it works. So
yeah, nice one, Brad. Appreciate it. It's been great working with you, and I look forward to working with you on future projects. Cheers, mate.
Thank you.
Nice one. We've just finished up here, Brad's left, and we're just gonna take you now to our next project, and you'll get to see it for the first time with me. Alright guys, so this project has now been ripped out. We just completed on it last Friday. The team's been ripping it out this week. Yeah, it's a relatively light refurb on here. So let me just show you around. So this property benefits from a downstairs bathroom, which we've ripped out. We've also ripped out the kitchen and we're fitting in a nice Howden's shaker style kitchen in there. Let me just show you upstairs. This is a 3-bedroom house with a upstairs bathroom, making it quite desirable. And yeah, we'll just be having a 3-piece suite in there. The boiler on this one is actually in good condition, so we're going to be keeping that. And the 3rd bedroom also has a skylight, which counts as an additional bedroom. So this is going to be project number 6, adding to the portfolio. Like I say, we're going to rent this one out, and that will just be contributing to the required cash I need to be able to leave my job and have financial security. The next project, project 7 then, a little bit more work required. So next stop, I'll show you that one. Alright guys, so this is the first time I've actually been to this property, so I'll show you around, I'll show you what works need doing. Like I said, this one needs a lot more work compared to the last project. Alright, so first time I've actually been in this property, and first thing you can notice, you might not be able to tell on camera, but this floor is dropped massively here. So this is all getting levelled off. This stairs as well actually will need, they'll need raising potentially. So we're either going to replace this set of stairs, or we're just going to be able to sort of raise it slightly in line with the rest of the floor when we level that off. So we'll cross that bridge when it comes. Also upstairs, we found that it was lath and plaster. So they've started to hack that off, and that will need to get reboarded. They've also been stripping out this project all last week, so all the kitchen and bathroom have been stripped out. So I'll just show you around the rest of the property. As you can see then, the kitchen has all been ripped out. We'll have a nice Howden's kitchen going in here. We're going with a dove grey colour scheme for this one. Bathroom's just through here, and again, it's all been ripped out. And we'll have a nice 3-piece suite going in here. Boiler's just there, and yeah, that one is going to be getting replaced. Yeah, a lot more work on this one, so a lot more plastering, heating system, radiators. There is some damp in the living room as well, so the plaster will be getting hacked off and that will be getting treated. But this is potential where we can add a lot of potential value. Managed to secure it at a good price. So I'll show you the rest of the house, and then we'll talk around sort of numbers on this. So upstairs then, we've got 3 bedrooms, and we've also got an attic room, which I'll show you. As you can see, they've started to rip the lath and plaster off. This was an unforeseen, so it is an additional cost, but it just needs to be done. We'll get that reboarded, replastered, and it'll look really fresh in here. So whereas there's an attic room just up the stairs, but to get to there, you have to go through this bedroom. I was thinking about putting a partition wall just down here, so there'd be a walkway. However, with the size of this bedroom, it would just make it a little bit too small. So I've decided to keep it, and they just have to transition to the attic, and it's just additional storage space anyway as well, so it's not counting as a bedroom. I'll take it upstairs and I'll show you the attic space. So the attic then, it's actually been pretty well done. However, it doesn't count as a bedroom. I think purely because of the height of the ceiling. I can stand up in the center here, but it's, yeah, I step to the left or right and I'm whacking my head, and I'm not 6 foot. But yeah, it's done well. They've got Velux style windows in here. I'll spin around so you can see. And the plaster's all good as well. There's no signs of like penetrating damp or anything. So that's all good. So yeah, minimal work required up here really. So downstairs then we've got this lean-to, but it's in a bit of a state. So rather than trying to rectify it. We're just going to strip it down. It's not really usable space, so we'll get rid of it, tidy it all up, make that look nice. This property does come with a garage, but due to the budget on the renovation costs, we haven't actually got much left to do much to the garage. However, we're just going to sort of clean it up, make it usable, and allocate funds where we think it's going to add the most amount of value. But I'll spin you around and you can see the garage. Just like I say, budget is limited. We'll clean out the space, maybe sort out the garage door, but yeah, you can still park a car in here. Obviously we'll clear this all out, but yeah, all in all, this is a good house in a good area, and yeah, pretty happy to be able to add this one to the portfolio. I'll just go back inside and then we can discuss the numbers. This is project number 7, secured at £84,000. Renovations coming in around 34,000. As you can see, there's quite a bit of work that need doing. So end value, we're looking anywhere between 155 conservatively up to 165. So I've worked my numbers off 155 and it still stacks for me. Rent, probably, I reckon we'll be able to push it around 900, but definitely we'll get 850 for this all day. But I think with the build team I know the standard that we're going to be delivering on this project, so we'll probably be able to push the rent, plus we've got the garage and usable space. So yeah, it's a great addition to the portfolio. Really excited to see how this one turns out. So I'm just going to finish off the video here then. Obviously we met with Brad earlier today. Absolute pleasure to work with him. He did mention when leaving that if anyone wanted to reach out to him, he's more than happy to have a chat just to explain how working with us was, if anyone had any questions. So really appreciate that, Brad. So if you do want to speak to him, just drop me a comment below, say Brad, and I will send you his contact details. And that's what this channel is all about, guys. I'm just documenting my journey, how an average guy is going to leave the military and replace his income through property. So if you're interested in that, then be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next one.